The Salish Sea encompasses a network of coastal waterways including the Strait of Georgia, the Strait of Juan de Fuca, Puget Sound, and connecting passages between Vancouver Island and the mainland coasts of British Columbia and Washington state. This region supports a population of approximately 8.76 million people in surrounding metropolitan areas including Vancouver, Seattle, and Victoria. The waterways are characterized by complex tidal patterns, deep basins, and numerous islands that create specific oceanographic conditions affecting the transport and deposition of floating materials. The phenomenon began on August 20, 2007, when a 12-year-old girl discovered a blue and white Adidas running shoe containing a decomposed human foot on Jedediah Island in British Columbia. The shoe was identified as a men's size 12, manufactured in 2003 and primarily distributed in India. DNA analysis later linked this foot to a man who had been reported missing. 6 days later, on August 26, a second foot was discovered on Gabriola Island by a couple during a coastal walk. This foot, also a right foot belonging to a male, was found inside a size 12 white Reebok running shoe, manufactured in 2004. The discovery of two right feet from different individuals prompted initial speculation and media attention. By February 8, 2008, a third foot was located on Valdez Island, identified as a right foot in a size 11 Nike shoe. On May 22, 2008, the first female foot was discovered on Kirkland Island in the Fraser River, contained within a New Balance sneaker. A fifth foot was found on June 19, 2008, on Westham Island in Delta. DNA analysis confirmed that the feet found on Valdez Island and Westham Island belonged to the same individual. The geographic scope expanded on August 1, 2008, when the first foot outside British Columbia was discovered near Pisht, Washington, in the Strait of Juan de Fuca. This marked the beginning of discoveries on both sides of the international border. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the British Columbia Coroner's Service initiated comprehensive investigations following the initial discoveries. RCMP Constable Annie Linto, serving as the primary spokesperson for the investigations, consistently stated that forensic examinations found no evidence of mechanical severing or artificial removal of the feet from bodies. The evidence shows that the feet were separated from their bodies by a natural process of decomposition. In all cases, these remains appear to have naturally separated or disarticulated from the body. There are no tool marks or trauma on any of these remains. The British Columbia Coroner's Service issued official statements in December 2017, confirming that foul play had been ruled out in all previous cases. Andy Watson, spokesperson for the BC Coroner's Service, emphasized that the investigations found no reason that the cases were connected in any way. Researchers at Simon Fraser University provided scientific analysis of the decomposition processes involved. Dr. Gail Anderson, a forensic entomologist at the university, explained that extremities such as hands, feet, and head often detach as bodies decompose in water, though they rarely float. The ankle joint represents a relatively weak anatomical connection point that becomes vulnerable during decomposition. According to Anderson's research, the buoyancy properties of modern athletic footwear play a crucial role in the phenomenon. Feet easily disarticulate, and when they are attached to a flotation device such as a running shoe, they are easily washed ashore. She noted that no feet had been discovered in stiletto heels or flip-flops, emphasizing the importance of the foam-filled soles of athletic shoes in providing flotation. The University of British Columbia's Salish Sea project, led by Professor Susan Allen in the Department of Earth, Ocean, and Atmospheric Sciences, developed oceanographic modeling to track potential sources and transport pathways. The model uses 14.4 million computational elements to calculate ocean dynamics and has been used to analyze tidal patterns and current flows that could transport floating objects to discovery locations. DNA analysis conducted by facilities including the BCIT Forensic DNA Laboratory resulted in the identification of multiple individuals. Of the 24 documented discoveries through July 2023, official sources indicate that the majority have been linked to specific missing persons cases. Notable identifications include Stanley K. Okamoto, age 79, who went missing in September 2017 and whose remains were found in December 2017 near Jordan River on Vancouver Island. Antonio Neal, missing since December 12, 2016, was identified through DNA analysis of a foot found on Jetty Island, Everett, Washington, on January 1, 2019. Geraldine L. Smith, who went missing from Sequim, Washington in January 2018, was identified in 2021 through collaborative efforts between Othram Laboratory and the Clallam County Sheriff's Office. In 2025, genetic genealogy techniques identified a foot discovered in 2008 near Pisht, Washington, as belonging to Jeff Sertel, who had been missing from Mission, British Columbia, since April 29, 2007. The Salish Sea's unique oceanographic characteristics contribute to the concentration of discoveries in this region. The semi-enclosed nature of the sea, combined with complex tidal mixing and estuarine circulation patterns, creates conditions that can transport and concentrate floating materials. Researchers have documented that the exchange flow through the system averages approximately 140,000 cubic meters per second. Studies conducted at Simon Fraser University examined decomposition rates in the Strait of Georgia's highly oxygenated deeper waters. The results indicated that corpses can be reduced to skeletal remains in less than 4 days under these conditions, while protective footwear allows detached feet to remain buoyant and intact. Marine scavenger activity also influences the decomposition process. Research on carcass decomposition in marine environments has documented the role of crustaceans, fish, and other marine organisms in the natural disarticulation of remains. The cold water temperatures of the region can preserve human remains for extended periods while gradual decomposition occurs. This phenomenon is not entirely unprecedented in the region. Historical records document previous discoveries, including a human leg found in Vancouver in 1887, which led to the site being designated Leg in Boot Square. But some of these records were not directly related to the case. On June 18, 2008, a discovery near Campbell River was determined to be a skeletonized animal leg placed in a sock and shoe with dried seaweed. The RCMP launched an investigation into public nuisance, with officers describing the hoax as despicable and causing unnecessary distress to the families of the missing persons. As of July 2023, the most recent discovery occurred at Gonzales Beach in Victoria, British Columbia. The BC Coroner's Service continues to investigate this case, though no details have been released publicly regarding identification or circumstances. The documented pattern of discoveries continues to be consistent with the scientific explanations provided by forensic experts and oceanographers. The British Columbia Coroner's Service maintains that the phenomenon results from natural decomposition processes combined with the specific oceanographic conditions of the Salish Sea and the buoyancy characteristics of modern athletic footwear. No additional evidence of foul play has been identified in subsequent investigations, and the cases remain classified as resulting from accidents, suicides, or other non-criminal circumstances according to official statements from the BC Coroner's Service and RCMP.